How fast can I lose the baby weight? Would I ever be able to go back to my pre-pregnancy fit body? Am I still attractive? So how to build body confidence after having babies? Welcome back to my channel, everyone. This is Jean here from Authentic Energy. I'm here to help you become body confident, happier, and healthier with the right wellness strategies so you don't always have to worry about the need to lose weight, calorie restrictions, body image issues, or what other people think of you. So if you want weekly tips on body confident lifestyle, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you know when my new videos drop. Okay, ladies, let's talk about how to build body confidence and how to deal with the body image issues postpartum. I know this is a big topic for a lot of us moms, new moms or seasoned moms will never stop worrying about our bodies, right? Because let's be honest, our bodies are not the same after giving birth, and almost no one is immune to the new mommy fears. Let me know in the comment below if anyone has gone through the mommy fears or if you're having the mommy fears right now, because I know that I've had many different new mommy fears and I may still go through some of them now, but the reason for me to make this video is to actually share with you guys that, I was not immune to new mommy fears. I also went through months and months of struggling to accept my new body. And as much as in theory, how much you need to love your body, how much you need to accept your body change, when the reality hits, it still takes some work. It still takes some time for you to be truly at peace with the body change, right? So that is one of the reasons why I want to make this video, to really help all the mommies out there, whether if you're going through, your body change anxiety right now, or you're going through, or, if you simply just need some kind of support, for you to feel like, you're not alone, this video is for you. Okay, so before we get into my 3 tips of how to build body confidence post baby, I do want to let you ladies know that a lot of the things we know about pregnancy and about postpartum is actually socially conditioned. Okay, so by socially conditioned, I mean we look at what other women are doing, and those women also look at what other women are doing, and also everyone is kind of practicing something that they're told, or something that's passed down to them, whether if it's from a particular cultural tradition or from a social standard, right? So everything that we know, a lot of things we know for pregnancy and postpartum is actually heavily socially conditioned. Okay, so by saying that, I just want to point out that a lot of things that we've been telling ourselves are not exactly serving our body, mind, and our energy, right? So things like how fast you should bounce back to your pre-pregnancy body, and what is the acceptable range of weight gain you should have, right? Just some of these are the examples of things that are socially conditioned. Okay, so if you're having body change anxiety, seeing your postpartum body being totally different, you're not alone. Okay, so I still have expanded kind of loose skin from my pregnancy. I still carry some of the baby weight as well. That's shedding off slowly, right? And what else? I don't have the stretch marks, but however, I can feel that my hormones are different right now. And during breastfeeding or post breastfeeding, I can feel that there are always some kind of hormonal changes happening inside my body, right? So I also have looked into the mirror time and time again, and asking myself, okay, how can I change this body? And how can I build my body up into maybe a newer version of myself, right? If I can't go back to my body from before, I've asked all the same questions. You're not alone if you've asked questions such as, how fast can I lose the baby weight? Okay, would I ever be able to go back to my pre-pregnancy fit body? Okay, what else? Am I still attractive? These are some of the very common questions a lot of new moms ask, and it's also part of our new mom fears as well. So it's very normal to feel that way. But I do want you girls to know that there are ways to really build or for you to reclaim your power and for you to really regain your body confidence during your postpartum time. And even if you have already been a mom for many years, it's never too late. You can always build your body confidence whenever you're ready. Okay, so how to build your body confidence postpartum? Tip number 1, turn your body change fear into positive actions. Okay, so there are a lot of things we can't change when we, after we've delivered the baby, when our bodies are like a lot different, right? The main thing we have to remember is that hormones have a very strong, very powerful impact on our bodies. Right, so we can change our hormones, and also even our weight gain, weight loss, a lot of times we don't really have the control, right? Because our hormones actually kind of call the shots. So instead of focusing our energy on things that we don't have control over, right, and constantly worrying and feel like crap about it, why don't we shift our focus, shift our energy on something that we can control? So what can we control? We can actually control our behavior and our actions, right? So in terms of our body change, right, instead of focusing on how different it is or how, the uncertainty of bouncing back, why don't we focus the energy on what can we do to make our body strong? What can we do to recover, right? To heal and to recover our body first. Okay, so I often like to tell myself and also share with my clients that during your postpartum healing time, or if you have been postpartum for many years, instead of giving yourself a number goal meaning like a weight loss goal, I want to drop 10 pounds or I want to drop 10 kilos. Instead of giving yourself that number goal, why don't you give yourself a functional goal? Right. So I also had, the thoughts of like, I want to, lose, say, 10 kilos and go back to my old weight, immediately postpartum. But then I realized that my body really need a lot of time to heal. I had this severe back pain, right? I still have it now, but it's getting better. So after, I'll say about 3 months later, postpartum, I decided to change my goal. I decided to give myself the goal of basically healing my back and also be able to, do my squat properly and be able to lift my kid without feeling the back pain. That was really my goal. When I was talking to my physio, I told my physio, you know what? I don't care about weight loss or whatsoever, but I know what's important for me is for me to feel my strong self again, because at the moment, my back pain is really killing me, and it's actually affecting my day-to-day movement, my day-to-day life, and also it's affecting my body movement, and I'm not able to carry my baby without the pain, and I'm not able to like bend over properly like normally without holding on to something for support. I'm not kidding you. That's really what happened to me like the first few months. So the pain was so much that I just couldn't take. And then I said to myself, you know what? My goal has to be functional, because if I'm only focusing on like losing weight, but my, my back pain would still be there. And what else, like if my body, my pelvic floor, was still not healed, then what is the point of losing all the weight? But I'm not able to do all the, day-to-day things properly, right? So my advice for everyone is to, basically set yourself a functional goal. The functional goal could also be, that you want to be able to do, squats properly, right? Without compensating, your posture or any other body parts. Another function goal could also be like, how you're able to, lift things heavy properly with the right postures, right? And for some of us, a very simple functional goal could be that you just want to be in the very, well-balanced and also a very strong aligned posture where you don't have to feel like you're still walking around like you're carrying, your baby. So these are some of the very, functional goals that you can set yourself. And if you don't know how to set the function goal, you can always reach out to me and DM me on my Instagram, and I'll be happy to suggest a functional goal for you. So trust me, when you're focusing your energy on, healing your body and, working your body towards a particular functional goal, the weight or other, health kind of like things you want to work on, they will start to come into place. Yeah, like the weight, may slowly come off as a result of you focusing on, other parts of the healing, right? And also other health issues might also, improve along the way as well. So that way you don't have to always feel worried and anxious about, carrying that extra weight. And it's actually very important whenever you look at yourself in the mirror, instead of like looking at the body parts and, kind of moan about how they're so much bigger and so much more lumpier and looser now, why don't we look into the mirror and tell ourselves, you are effing awesome, okay? You're not the same. Like seriously, just tell yourself honestly, you're not the same as before. Your body's not the same as before. You have the mother's body now. A mother's body is a lot stronger, a lot tougher than the pre-pregnancy body. Right? And just be proud of your body postpartum, because this body allow your baby to grow, and this body allow your baby to come into this world, happily and safely, right? So you have to really honor your postpartum body, and you gotta honor the postpartum you as well. Okay, tip number 2 to help you girls build your body confidence postpartum is let's stop comparing our postpartum to other women's postpartum, especially those women that you see on Instagram or the celebrities. For some reason, they just seem to like go through a very fast postpartum, like as if they never gave birth before, right? I can think of Victoria Beckham right away. So the thing is, everyone is different. And I personally know quite a handful of friends, like, girlfriends, they bounce back fast. Okay, and that is just their body, their genetics. So like in this situation, genetics do play a big part. And I don't want to think of it like, oh, you're lucky you bounce back fast, or we are unlucky that we take forever, we gain a lot more weight, right? Like, let's not think like that. Okay, there's no lucky or unlucky. Everyone's simply different, right? And just because some of the women bounce back fast, it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that they're a lot better than you, right? Don't associate your self-worth and also your values with how fast you lose the pregnancy weight or how fast you recover, because everybody's different. And I actually know people who are probably the most fit, like the healthiest athletes in the world, but their postpartum, their post-pregnancy period, but somehow they take a long time to recover from the childbirth and the pregnancy, right? So everyone is different, and we just can't assume if someone that's naturally slim would take no time, to bounce back or to recover, right? So we have to really stop, being socially conditioned to think that, the faster you lose your pregnancy weight, the faster you bounce back, the faster you recover, the better you are, right? The better it is. Okay, we have to stop buying into the BS that is the way to go. And the truth is, there's really no perfect formula, like the formula for postpartum recovery, right? I mean, there's so many different methods from different, culture, depending on what culture you're from, right? Chinese culture has their own formula or a theory, and then the Western nutrition science or holistic science or naturopath or, different kind of schools have different, theories and formula. So really, there's no perfect formula for postpartum recovery. But what's important is for you to really focus on what works for you, right? And also what kind of lifestyle that what kind of lifestyle that really helps you, be your best self, meaning that you don't really need to fight, you don't really need to fight the anxiety, the stress, and what else, like, the fears of, being in a different body shape, what kind of lifestyle that allows you to feel okay, to feel peaceful with your body, right? And my suggestion for, taking the positive action to regain your body confidence is for you to actually get support and mentorship from the right community and the right coach that focus on you as a mother, that also focuses on your motherhood as a wholesome journey, rather than focusing on just the body part. Because I know that there are certain influencers or programs or communities that are only focusing on the body aspect, like, okay, I'm here to help you lose the weight, to lose the postpartum weight, the pregnancy weight, right? And I actually don't like that, to be honest. This is just me, right? While, I have all the, tools and methods and, the experience to help women, lose weight, but also at the same time, I know for mothers, especially new mothers, you need more support. You need the support that's much more than just, the body aspect, the physical aspect. Your body needs the recovery. And also you need the wholesome support for your mental well-being as well, right? So I highly suggest you guys to get the influence and the support and the mentorship from the coaches and the communities that focus on you as a wholesome being, especially, focusing on your mental well-being much more than your physical, right? I mean, your physical well-being is very, very important, right? But more focus on the mental well-being than the weight loss aspect. Let's put it this way. Okay, tip number 3. Now we're talking about lifestyle. Okay, create a nutrition and exercise routine that is serving you. Okay, my suggestion is don't follow anyone else's exercise or nutrition routine, because you don't know what that person's lifestyle is like, and also that person's body is different to yours. So how can we possibly follow exactly that other woman's, what do I eat in a day, or this is what I exercise to do whatever, right? So you have to find the right balance. You have to find the right combination, the right magic, right? You have to find the right combo that works for you, that is serving you, right? And what I usually suggest to my beautiful ladies is, look at the 80-20, right? So 80 being the nutrition, 20% being the exercise, okay? So I know a lot of us are very busy. We really don't have that much time. If we do have the time, we probably put that time into preparing the food and, all these things for our babies, right? So with that limited time we have as new moms, what do we do for ourselves? I'll say put most of the time into, feeding yourself, nourishing yourself with the right food meaning nutrient dense food. Okay, so if you really don't have time to exercise, really spend most of the time just on meal prepping for yourself and sourcing, the nutrient dense kind of food for you. And I know for a lot of us busy moms who have Herbalife nutrition, we do the breakfast 1, 2, 3, which is very fast and convenient, but also very, nutritiously dense for us. So if you do want to know more about it, you can check out my other videos about it, from before. So I like to take, kind of like shortcuts or fast ways to make sure that I get all the nutrients, all the nutrient dense food into my body from a variety of sources. Right. So, I like to take, my nutrients from my whole foods, but also from supplementation too. So by doing that, I know that I'm looked after because I have, my supplement to help me get the nutrition boost that I probably don't get, or don't get enough from my food. But also at the same time, with the food that I prepare, I have to make sure that, I'm putting in the right, nutrient source into my body. Right. And especially if you're breastfeeding and you know that whatever you eat, you're feeding this to your baby as well, right? Even if you're not breastfeeding, right, you still have to put the right food into your body because your body is still healing, right? And even if you're done postpartum, recovery, well, someone said to me that once you're postpartum, you're always postpartum, right? You're never done, you're never done being in the the postpartum phase, but as a woman, our body needs so much nutrition. So the key here is not about like cutting calories or cutting out a lot of food. The key here is to nourish, like really put good food into your body to nourish. And also, in terms of nutrition, we do have to pay particular attention to certain nutrients such as protein, omega-3 from fish oil, what else? Calcium, okay, and multivitamins, and also collagen. Okay, so these are some of the very important, nutrition boosters we need as new moms. I've talked about this in one of my other videos before, so you can go check it out. Okay, and in terms of exercise, I know a lot of women have told me that they really don't have time to exercise, right? Don't worry, don't feel bad about it, and also don't compare yourself to other new moms who seem to be able to do like 1 hour workout each day. Everyone's different, and you don't know what their life is like behind the scene, right? So for you, you know your life the best, and if you don't have time to exercise, I'll say, just move your body, right? Like if you're moving your body constantly, just by doing your day-to-day, life things such as like house chores and cleaning, right? Cooking, what else? Picking up toys or playing with your kid. That is a lot of movement already, okay? So just focus on, the day-to-day task movement, the daily activity movement, and that's already, pretty good. And just focus your energy on the 80% of, how you nourish your body, right? And for those of you who do have a little bit of time for exercise, my suggestion is to find a fun activity for you. If you enjoy dancing, do some dancing, do some Zumba, do some salsa. And if you enjoy doing like weight training or a bit of strength training, then yeah, you can definitely do some strength training with your free weights, or if you have the access to a gym, or even if you don't, you can also do body weight training, right? Without any equipment. There's so many options out there, and the key is pick the activity that actually sparks joy for you, right? And at the end of the day, we have to be flexible and adaptive with the exercise and the movement methodology, because as moms, our lives are very unpredictable, right? So a lot of times, I know in my case, when I give myself maybe about half an hour, 20 minutes to do my exercise, but then somehow my baby wakes up earlier, right? Then I do have to cut my exercise short and go, okay, I gotta go and, spend time with my baby, take care of him now, so I can't just like keep on going with my exercise, and I'm okay with it. Maybe if I have time later, I'll come back and make up for it, but if I don't, I'll be okay with it, right? And I'll probably make some time for it tomorrow. So if you don't really get to have your exercise and nutrition routine perfectly, that is okay, because we gotta be flexible, right? As moms, we be creative, we be flexible, right? And just adapt to the changes always. So in that case, you will not have to worry, you will not have to be anxious about like not being able to do things perfectly. Okay, so these are my 3 tips to help you girls build body confidence after having a baby. Okay, and these tips are purely based on my personal experience, and do let me know in the comments if you find them useful and helpful. And I would like to hear from a lot of you girls, if you also have some really good postpartum tips on like, gaining the body confidence, and also how you went through, your body change issues. And if anyone is actually going through postpartum, kind of body change right now, I would love to hear from you. And of course, if you like my style and if you want to work with me, you know where to go, right? You can check out my Body Confidence Club. You can find out about the how it works and how I do the coaching from the description. It's the first link in the description, basically. Okay, I'm very happy to be here to share this topic with a lot of new moms or seasoned moms here. And do let me know where's everybody tuning in from. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. And of course, if you like this video, don't forget to share with other women as well. Give it a thumbs up and a like. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'm here every Wednesday and Saturday. Okay, ladies, I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.